My name is Michael Murphy, the owner of www.powerformations.com. You'll see a link to my website here, just to my left and to your right there on the screen. You know, I found that there's about 4 things in life that people really seek after the most, and it's the biggest needs that we feel like we have. And those 4 things, in order of importance really, is number 1 is money. People get concerned a lot about money, and we live our lives in thinking that there's not enough money, and we can't get enough money in our life. We can't get the things that we want, and so money becomes a major life issue for us. The second life issue that I've discovered is the one for love and romance in our lives. People want companionship. They want friends. They want love. They want romance in their life, and they seek it, and they desire it, and they struggle with it all the time. It creates so much problem. Those 2 right there, as a matter of fact, are 2 of the biggest life issues that causes chaos. It causes conflict in relationships. It causes conflict in people's lives. The third thing that I find is the need for recognition. See, we all feel that we're special. You feel like you're special, and the reason you feel like you're special is I simply tell people, it's because you are special. You have a unique place to fill on this planet. You have a unique spot on this planet, a unique role to fulfill in your life, and that's why you're put here. So there's a reason why you've always felt special. If you didn't know this already, there's a reason why you've always felt special your entire life. It is because you are special in your life. And then the 4th thing is security and safety, or self-preservation. We find that these 4 things are the 4 things that if we could really solve these 4 things in our life, if we could really come to a resolution in these 4 things in our life, then we can live the kind of life that we always imagine for ourselves. If you haven't seen the DVD called The Secret, with actually produced by Rhonda Byrne and hosted by the great Bob Proctor, Dr. Joe Vitale, Jack Canfield, John Assaraf, and several others. If you haven't seen that yet, you need to see it. You definitely need to see it to understand how things work and how our minds work and how life functions, and how we can really truly discover the secret of bringing about all that we want in our life, and start bringing about our dreams in our life, and living a more happy, a more productive, a more satisfying and fulfilling life. I think that's what we're all after. I think that's what you're after. I think that's what I'm after in my life. And so that's what we're seeking in our life to fulfill. All of the talk about the secret and everything it's a lot of people say it's a lot of hype, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's not hype, it's reality, and the world needs to hear this message. You need to hear the message of the secret. I need to hear it. In fact, I do. I listen to it over and over and over again to get it into my mind, to understanding the secret. You know, several years ago, Bill Gates, who now is deemed to be the richest man in the world, he wrote a book called The Road Ahead. And the book came out with also the condensed version of the book on a CD in the back of the book. Well, I had a lot of people say, well, who wants to read Bill Gates' book? You know, Bill Gates is a geek and a nerd and all this, and who wants to read a book like that? And a lot of religious people tell me, well, I just need to read certain religious materials, and I don't need to read Bill Gates' book. Well, I'm going to say this to you. It's real obvious with me. If the richest man in the world is going to write a book called The Road Ahead, let's think about that for just a minute. The richest man in the world is going to write a book called The Road Ahead. I need to read it. I don't know if you do need to read it or not. I think you do need to read it. I think everybody needs to read it. But I thought, well, I need to read that book, because if he writes about the future, and this man was solely responsible for bringing about the operating system that runs the personal computer that was introduced to all of us and to the world in 1981, then I need to find out what he's got to say. I need to know what he has to say. You know, the great Charlie Jones said this in his book, Life is Tremendous, written many, many years ago, one of the great success classics. Charlie Jones said this. He said, where you're going to be 5 years from now is based upon the people that you meet and the books that you read. Because the people that you meet and the books that you read is going to determine how you think in your life. It's going to determine what you think about. The impact that other people have upon you is going to determine what you think. The books that you read are going to have an impact upon what you think. When I was a teenager, I got very wrapped up in reading Zig Ziglar's book, See You at the Top, and Dr. Robert Schuller, and Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, and several others who had written books, W. Clement Stone and Napoleon Hill, and different ones that had written books back in that time to help me live a more productive life. And to this day, I can tell you that almost 30 years later in my life, I'm in a place right now to where still the things that were said in those books back then still are part of my life and my daily thinking. You know, I'll never forget Zig Ziglar saying these incredible words. He said, to get everything you want in life, you need to help enough other people get what they want in life. And I've made it my life's endeavor to help other people get what they want, and consequently, I get what I want in my life. But these books have an impact on your life. The people you're around have an impact on your life. And most importantly, I'm going to pare this down to this right here, and coming back to the understanding of the secret, is simply this, is that these things influence how you think. They influence beliefs that you have. You see, to make a statement that if I help enough other people get what they want in life, then I get what I want in life, well, that becomes a belief in my subconscious mind. There's three different parts of your mind, and I want to talk to you about two parts that are very easily identifiable right now. One is our conscious mind. That's where you think. That's where you're thinking right now. Even as you're listening to me, you're repeating what I'm hearing inside your head, and you're hearing it with your ears, but it's actually being repeated inside your brain, and that's happening within your conscious mind. In the place of your subconscious mind, or what I like to call your automatic mind, you have one area called the autonomic nervous system, and the autonomic nervous system is what's taking place there is that's part of your brain. It's the part of your brain that's telling your body to function, your liver to function, your brain to function, my mouth to function right now, my eyes to function, the sense of touch and feeling and the hot or cold. It allows me to experience all these things through my autonomic nervous system. And in that part of your brain, it's telling you, you didn't wake up this morning and say, well, I think I'll breathe today. You just woke up and started doing it. Autonomic sounds a whole lot like automatic, and that's in fact what it is. It's an automatic function that takes place. Well, in this same place in our brain is the place that we establish beliefs. You know, the great Henry Ford said one time, he said that if you believe that you can do a thing, or you believe that you cannot do a thing, either way, you're right. Either way, you're right. If you think that you can accomplish your goals in your life, then you're right. You can. You will. As a matter of fact, because your thinking will get straight. When your thinking gets straight, then your actions get straight. When your actions get straight, then you bring the results into your life that you desire. But if you think you can't do certain things, you're right. You'll never try it. You'll never attempt it. You'll never go after it in your life. So whatever you think, it's the old proverb that says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As you think in your life, so you experience in your life. So you attract into your life. You enact what I like to call, you enact the power to attract, or you enact the law of attraction in a way that you begin to attract things into your life. And so what's taking place in our lives today, what's taking place in our understanding about the law of attraction and success technology and personal growth and self-growth and self-help and all of this today, what's taking place is we've got to get our minds straightened out. Not just our conscious mind, but better yet, we need to get our beliefs straightened out deep, deep back in our brain, because those beliefs become automatic in your life. Let me take just a minute and tell you, at www.powerformations.com, you'll see the link here just to the side of me, to your right, to my left. You'll see the link there. In this link, what I do is provide you tools that help you get from where you are in your life to where you want to go faster than you ever dreamed possible. They are tools that help you, assist you. Can you imagine building a house without a hammer? Can you imagine building a house without a saw, without an electric saw? You know, you can do it with an old hand saw if you want to, but you preferably would have an electric saw to do it. We need tools in our life. Just in building a house is to build our life and build it in the way that we want. That's why I provide what I provide. I'm going to be sharing with you in all of my videos here about Power Formations and about getting the tools in your life and the understanding in your life to live the life you dream. You deserve to live the life of your dreams. You deserve to be fulfilled in your life, happy in your life, wealthy in your life, and everything that's going to fulfill you in your life. Go right now, sign up for my free e-zine at www.powerformations.com. Let's get you on the road to living the life of your dreams.